like the little emo thing that like all the emo kids would send each other would be like rar, and that just means that you're flirting. Rar XD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm from a different place. We didn't use RAR. We used stuff like, "Hey, want to fuck?" No, I'm playing.
What? In middle school? I don't believe
No,
it.
I didn't hang out with emo kids or anything like that. I was just a dumb guy with his dumb friends.
Yeah, just being silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna.
What?
Dallas, Texas, right? That's where you're from?
Dallas, Texas. Yes. Well, no, I'm from Guadalajara, but I live here. So I live in Dallas.
Guadalajara. How long did you live in Guadalajara?
Up until I was 7. So I've been here 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Little immigrant girl.
Guadalajara. I've only been to Guadalajara one time, and it was so beautiful. I didn't want to leave.
I love it. Well, that's actually where I was planning on like spending the quarantine or whatever, because I know there was talks of there being a lockdown, and I was like, I haven't seen my family in forever. Like, I'm not able to work right now. I might as well just like go and kick it with my grandma, say what's up to my abuelita and stuff. But then they closed the borders, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't go prior to that, because I think it's really difficult for you to get back into the States right now.
Yeah, well, right here, here in Laredo, they only let you go back and forth for essentials, doctor, groceries, or whatnot. But I feel like if the situation gets worse, which they said that these next 2 weeks are going to get bad, that Trump might just close the border entirely.
Yep, that's what it feels like. But hey, I guess you got to contain it. It's crazy. It's crazy how much this thing has just like affected everything. Yeah,
absolutely. It's like I was telling you earlier. It's a super weird time. Like, it kind of feels like 9/11, right? Like people are scared, or still scared. There's also some form of unity with people trying to help out each other as well, be there for each other. So it's super weird. And the weirdest part is like it's Earth. It's just biological naturalism that's doing this. That's the craziest part about it.
I don't know if that's a word.
Well,
no, for sure. Yeah, no, it is crazy. A biological phenomenon, and it's hard because like it's funny because like I see all these people like on social media suddenly becoming conspiracy theorists, because like I feel like this is the first time in history, at least for us, that like everything's put to pause, because like I feel like especially the US, we're such a like go work mode society. It's like, hey, what are you working on, what are you doing, and it's just like it's interesting to just see us chill the fuck out because we're forced to. It's just like, hey, stay home, blah blah blah. So I mean, obviously the whole virus itself is terrible, and that it's killing people and our elder and whatnot, and especially how we're handling it. But I think this downtime that we're being forced to take can be beneficial, Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I like it. A lot of people are freaking out about it, but I've always been a homebody, so this is like actually perfect for me. I'm an introvert. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Dude, same. So, like, huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I said, dude, same. Like, I'm. So I think the first week was kind of difficult for me because I was panicking. I think so. What was it? It was like 2 weeks ago. I'm a very analytical person, so I've been monitoring everything closely. That way, I can just like prepare and make decisions off of that. And it was a Thursday. And I remember just going like, holy shit, this is real. I was looking how it was affecting the rest of the world. So like I immediately went to the store, bought a bunch of dry food, bought some water and stuff, and then froze all of my memberships. I froze my gym membership, my tanning membership. I like all the memberships that I had, froze them. I stopped using debit. Like I stopped using cash, debit, and I was like, fuck this. I'm going to put everything on a credit card, until this is over, because I don't know how I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna have the ability to work. So I remember working that weekend.
Did you take your cash out of the bank?
No, I left it in the bank. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in the bank. We should be okay. That's actually a great question. I mean, I have.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking if you're not going to use your debit card, what's the difference of keeping your money in the bank? It's almost the same thing.
Well, debit card, because credit, like at least I rather just pay the whatever interest on it, but you just purchasing power up to whatever. It's just a way to protect myself, and
it makes you
right
feel
now,
safer to use a credit card.
Yeah, because like I'm operating under my LLC, so I'm just like worst case scenario. I'll just file bankruptcy for that one LLC, and it doesn't affect me personally because it's an S corp, so it doesn't affect your personal finances.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's just me being paranoid and just like taking preventative measures. I was like, oh my god, this is real, and then
I think it's good. I think it's good. A lot of people are like, I'll be the first to admit when everything was coming out, right? I kept saying like, oh, it seems like it's just a flu. It's a flu that we don't know, but it has all the same symptoms, and this one comes with a little bit of respiratory things. The it affects old people more, and children for some reason it doesn't. That's God playing a funny joke on us. But basically, it's like as soon as I saw how many numbers were rising in Italy, which by the way, Italy has a lot of old people. I don't know if people know that, and that's why the numbers were so high over there. But anyways, I started seeing like people panicking. There was no more food. My stocks fucking went down, and I was like, okay, then something's obviously wrong here, and I should start worrying. So I mean, I'm the same way. And to start it off, I'm like super. I already have anxiety as it is, and I overthink a lot of shit. So I went to overthinking mode, and I just I didn't go crazy. I went to like late at night to go get like canned foods and stuff like that. Luckily, there's a lot of cheese. I like cheese, and no one's taking the cheese, so I'm very happy about that as well. But I think it's I feel more bad than anything. I mean, yes, of course, people dying and old people being so vulnerable and they need help, but I feel bad for all the people losing their jobs. That's one thing that I'm like, fuck, like, so what?
I know a lot of people that probably, are gonna have a hard time dealing with the economic impact it's having on them, and then I know some people that might not make it. I have been fortunate enough to have always been super anal about my finances, so I'll be okay, but still it's scary. You're like, oh snap. It just your purchasing power is limited, and it's terrifying, but hey, try to be optimistic about it. I'm working on projects that I wouldn't necessarily prioritize in any other circumstance. I'm really stoked about that. I think once I got over being anxious, I was able to be like, okay, calm down. But I've been anxious all week, dude. This is how anxious and I've been. Like, I ran a 6:45 mile.
I saw that.
You saw that, right? Typically I run like a 7 or whatever, but I think it's just like my nerves are so high that just my adrenaline is going. I didn't sleep for like 3 days because it's just like just just not having the ability to go see my family is messing me up. I'm like, when's the next time I'm gonna be able to see my family? Because I'm the only one here in the States. I'm by myself. I'm a single girl. I'm afraid of guns. I don't own a gun. That's changed, but so yeah, for sure. I bought a gun, and it's just you just don't know. I think
what kind of gun did you get?
I just got a pistol. I got a pistol.
You don't know what it is?
Yeah, I have the name and stuff right here. Wait 1 second.
Oh, it's right there with you.
No,
you really are a Texan.
No. I need to get a safe for it. I need to get a safe.
You're like, I drink with my gun.
I do not drink with my gun. I didn't. Yeah. I actually told myself that I was not going to buy a gun until I was like completely sober. But I think the circumstances have changed. I am a single 24-year-old girl, and I was like, girl,
So this is recent. You just got the gun recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, good for you, girl. I mean,
.38 special, 1.9 barrel, 5 RD, the stainless steel.
Nice. I don't know what that is. Like, I'm used to just.
neither.
I don't know about guns either. It's like I just know, like, oh, it's a Glock. Okay, it's a Glock. It's a Smith and Wesson. Okay, that's cool.
So what's funny about it is that like I had to go to I guess like the country to get it. So I drove to Coppell, which was like 40 minutes away from me, because everything in the city was gone. Like I went to like several pawn shops and whatnot, and everything's like overpriced just for like the simplest thing. And then the guy at the store, I just explained the situation. I was like, look, I'm a single chick living in the city. I don't have a gun. And then he was like, dude, this is like perfect for you, and blah blah blah. And then I rented some time to shoot and stuff, so it was a whole ordeal. Yeah. But here's where I fucked up. And this conversation is rule number 1 about having a gun: don't let people know that you have guns. So
yeah, well now, luckily for you, only 3 viewers are gonna watch this.
only 3 viewers. Okay, hopefully it's not just 3 viewers. Hopefully it's more.
I mean, it's Texas. If you really think about it, it's Texas. So
everybody
who doesn't have a gun? Yeah. I mean, I used to have a gun. I don't anymore, but I want to get one again. Because they're cool. Like I said, that's my only contribution to guns.
It just gives you like a sense of protection, you know, because hopefully we don't ever get there, but it's just like once people start running out of money, you know, because like I said, I've been monitoring this thing closely, and once people start getting desperate, that's whenever things can get ugly. People start looting and stealing. First they're gonna hit the stores, so before they hit, you know, actual people. So you just gotta be careful. Like just take into example like what happened with like Hurricane Katrina and see how they reacted to like a tragedy. You know, imagine a nation panicking like that. So yeah, and then too, like I'm having like all these like old flames like hit me up, be like, hey girl, like, are you safe? Are you okay? And I'm not trying to mess with anybody. I'm like trying to watch my own first, you know.
You should send them a picture of the gun, the barrel. Just hold it and be like, I'm fine. How have you been?
I guess I've had worse screenshots circulate the energy or the internet. I've had worse screenshots circulate the internet, so I'm not worried about it.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, whoever's gonna see this is obviously gonna go and search you now on the internet.
You should.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So if you want your I wanted to do something with you, and if you're cool with it, if you have any viewers in the Dallas area, I would like to give away let's do a giveaway. Let's see. Okay. First 5 people to subscribe and tag 10 friends, I'll give them a roll of toilet paper.
Oh, just one roll.
One roll. No. Okay, let's figure out how we're gonna do. Okay, so we'll do a drawing, and if you subscribe to Aaron's podcast / video thing, we'll do a drawing maybe, and then and if you need some toilet paper, I'll give you a whole thing of toilet paper.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
So basically,
Okay, let's come up with the contest rules. Yeah.
The first 10 subscribers on the YouTube page for this episode, like this episode first of all, and then subscribe, and we'll get the first 10 subscribers. And if you're in the Dallas area and we draw your name, I'll do this with Anna, and I'll even put a little recording on it or whatever. We'll do the drawing, and Anna will give you a toilet paper, probably throw it off of the balcony like Trump did to the Puerto Ricans.
Oof, yeah. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And if you're from Laredo, you also count. I do have toilet paper. I have enough, and I will donate one for the raffles. So, and once again, I'll throw it off the window like Trump did to the Puerto Ricans, and that's the only safe way, you know.
It is. It is the only safe way.
Next question, Anna.
Let's see. What's up? What's the next question?
How can I be a sex symbol like you?
sex symbol.
You're a comedy sex symbol, and I want to be it because I feel like people only like me for my jokes, and that's what I don't want.
Oh, I wish people only liked me for my jokes, man. That'd be cool. I'll tell you what. Okay, so you need to ruin your relationship with your father right now. That's the first step. It's pick a fight with him, get mad at him. You know,
he's a saint. He really
God.
is like an angel from heaven. This is not gonna work out immediately already.
Yeah, you gotta tell Dad, you gotta be a dick. You gotta be mean to me. So that's the first step.
Second
step, just work out rigorously, you know, and then figure out what filters work best for you, you know, and just take a copious amount of self. It doesn't even matter what you're doing, you know, just record yourself doing it. Yeah, whether it's like pumping your gas, cooking, okay, and then you're on your way. Doing like risque photo shoots.
Just be like,
oh yeah.
Right? That's pretty hot. I got hand sanitizer.
Nice.
Which, by the way, for no reason now I have this weird obsession with anytime I look at the bottle of hand sanitizer or I hold it, I put on some and I'm just like, for what? For what? Like, I didn't even do anything yet. It's just so weird. I developed these weird habits out of just paranoia. Yeah, they're ticks. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I feel the same way. I feel the same way about tequila. Like every time I see that bottle, I'm just like, I need a shot.
Yeah, that's alcoholism. So, all your gigs got canceled, obviously, until when?
I don't even know until, a comedy club is open.
Because mine are just till April for now. For now, I lost, obviously, that improv show. I lost a theater show. I lost my shows that I do in Laredo. And then in April, they canceled the little tour that I was going to go on with Ron Jossel. All of that shit got canceled. And it's been tough. And like I said, it's barely hitting me. And it sucks because in my kitchen, well, you've been in my house. My kitchen, I have this big board, right? And I have all my dates there. So every time I go to the kitchen, it's like, oh, fuck. I'm not going to do any of that. It's so fucking heartbreaking. It really is.
It is heartbreaking, but I think what should comfort you is that everybody's going through it. So, like absolutely. I said, just fucking stay inside. Stay your ass inside. And, the more people stay home, the less likely it is to spread. So, the quicker we can put it
Listen into this, Anna.
The quicker we can put it into this, like we can get back to normal life. Because, like I said, I feel like we're all grounded right now. We're all grounded, and the world is lava. The world is lava. So stay inside.
Yeah, and it's also tough for me because I have a daytime job and I work for a phone company, right? And I just can't believe the amount of people that are going to unnecessary shit like a phone company. Like, you can pay your bills at home. Why are you coming into the fucking store? You know what I mean? And here's what sucks about my company is that they shorten the hours, but I'm still working 7 hours. They just shorten the store hours or whatever a day. And I'm literally risking my fucking life out there, quote unquote, I'm risking my health is what I meant to say. I'm risking my health out there for nothing. And I don't understand why we have to work. But then there's this other side of my brain that says, hey, you still have a fucking job. Shut the fuck up. So it's a double-edged sword, I guess you could say. It's rough.
Yeah. My roommate's still working, but she works in an office. So I feel the same way. It's just like, why am I staying home when this bitch, I mean bitch in an endearing way, while this chick is still going to work and stuff. And like, I see how frustrated she is because she's like, I could totally do this work from home. But they're still making her go into the office. But they've even they're doing something really messed up to her. They changed her hours. First of all, she does an office job. She does cybersecurity, and they changed her hours from 6 a.m. to 11 something. And it's just like, I feel like they changed her hours, so a lot of people in the company are forced to resign. So, that way they're not able to, collect whatever severance package or whatever they're offering. So yeah, I think that's real messed up. It's real messed up but I don't know. Yeah, I feel lucky that you still have a job because I'm freaking out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent. I'm gonna create like an OnlyFans page or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm kidding. I'm
You
not
always
gonna do that.
figure it out.
We always figure it out. We
You
figure it
can
out.
do not an OnlyFans. There's this other one where it's an app, right? And people like request things like, "Can you say happy birthday to my brother?" or something. You know what I
A
mean? Do you know
Cameo
that
or
app?
something? Like
Yeah,
Cameo?
Cameo.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
You
good
can
idea.
do that.
I'm gonna add that to my notes.
Uh,
Cameo.
yeah, Cameo. But keep in mind, you will get tons of creeps.
That's
That'll
fine.
be like, "Hey, can you cut some of your hair off and put it on your feet?"
For the right price, that's I'm
I'll
okay
give you
with the
$7,000.
to not all of my hair. Maybe I would not cut. You couldn't. I can't even. I don't even know if you could put a price on me cutting my hair.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do $9,000.
Nope. Nope.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, how short? Like this short?
Just a little bit of hair. No, not all your hair. Maybe just a little piece, and then put it in your feet. By the way, this is not me wanting this. I'm just saying there's creeps out there that want weirder shit. That's the weirdest thing that could come up into my mind. Well, no, it's just the weirdest thing that came to my brain. Like, what would be weird? Put your earring up your nose and say, "Hi, mommy." You know, it's just weird shit.
That doesn't sound too crazy, actually.
No,
Yeah,
right?
we'll negotiate. I'll work with this is my new Cameo thing. I will work with your budget.
What can I get for 1850?
18 to 50. Oh gosh. I'll wave high. I'll wave high and then do 10 push-ups for 1850.
Thank you. Do you have Cash App?
Cash App. Yes. Venmo, Anita one. Just casually drop.
Do you want me to put it on the screen? I can.
If you want, that's fine. I don't care. But yeah, it's funny. Hey, so I don't know if you've noticed, but immediately like whenever a lot of places started to go on lockdown, which is funny because Dallas right now, I think in Texas is the only city in lockdown, right?
I believe so. I think Houston was on its way as well.
It's on its way, but so what's funny is that like I think the government allowed each state to kind of make their own decision, and as Texas especially, I think they left it to like a regional / municipal decision. So yeah, they're not necessarily forcing the entire state to go on lockdown. Let's see. Cities, a soft shelter or shelter in place, not soft shelter in place is the
correct term. It's the sugar coated term.
Right? Yeah, it makes me feel more comfortable.
What was it called again?
Shelter in place. Shelter in place.
Shelter in place. Yeah, you mean prison?
Prison? Oh, it's not too bad. I actually saw a friend post earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like I'm like in a 10-hour flight overseas because you know whenever you're on like a long ass flight, you can't go anywhere."
Yeah, no, I don't know that. I wouldn't know. Yeah. Some people say, some comics say like the comics that do cruise ships, they're like super used to this kind of shit because they're out there for like a month in a boat and they're just in their cabin. Because if you go out, people are like, "You're the comedian, right?" Oh, so most comedians just stay in the fucking cabin. Yeah.
Dude, that's like being roommates with like the entire like audience member, you know?
Yeah.
That's like
I don't think I can do a cruise ship.
Do it, dude. Why not? It's money. I've saw that the pay is really good. It's just they're just really difficult to get into, from what I heard.
Yeah.
To apply.
No, I think personally, I think I go insane because of my anxiety, and I feel like I'll have a panic attack. Like, we're in the ocean, I can't swim. I can't get out of here. What am I gonna do? Like, it just, I feel like I'll go on that fucking weird trip.
I get that.
That's just me though. I can't.
Yeah, I think I could. I would be excited. That would be a good way to like travel to different places and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like driving to places. That's my favorite.
Oh, I mean, I did it for the longest time. I understand. I don't know. I feel whenever I met you the first year that I was like hardcore into comedy, you remember that I was just like, I sold all my shit, and so I was like just going everywhere,
Yeah, you were selling
driving.
piñatas.
I was selling piñatas for merch, dude.
Why
That was
don't
so
you do
fun.
that again? Like I really thought that was the most one of the most creative, what's it called? Profitable merch you can possibly do.
I will once we get back into this. Do you want to here? So for all of Aaron's viewers, let me show you what he's talking about. I still have one. I found one.
Hell yeah.
Okay, it's a little old, but this is what Aaron's talking about.
It's a eggplant piñata,
It is. I need to.
signifying. And what does it signify, Anna?
You know what it signifies. You can
We're
splash splash.
celebrating vegetarians, or
So no, it means the dick. It means the dick. Symbol for the dick. What I used to say? It's funny because like I'd be like, "Hey, ladies, like don't yell at him, don't text him, don't say anything to him. Just this is more of like a coping mechanism. Just go and smash your pinata."
oh wow! Okay. See, I didn't know the background story. I didn't even know the joke of that. This is the first time I hear that. That is
Yeah.
fucking what a pitch! What a
Uh-huh.
pitch!
Yeah. Don't act crazy. Just take it on your pinata. It's like one of those like stress balls, you know, but except you can destroy it. So
I love that. I love that so
yeah.
much, and I hope you do bring that back because that's a, like I said. Well, I'm not gonna go into details on how much it costs to make one because that would
Oh,
defeat
it's
the purpose of all of this. But
yeah.
I know you have told me before, and it's so creative, and I think people they sell out. You sell out of those because you make them. You know what I mean? These are literally
Mm-hmm.
custom made piñatas from the actual comic talking about them. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were fun. So I think one of the reasons why I stopped selling them is that like I didn't have a lot of space to make them because
Yeah.
I could only make 20 at a time. And like I remember I was in San Antonio and you know I sold most of them after the show and then I started to get like requests on social media. I had like this chick from a sorry, I got a message. Let me. I
What's
got this
that?
chick send me a request. She's like, "Hey, I'm having a bachelorette party. Can I order 40?" And at the time, I was so broke. I was so broke, and I was like, "Dude, yes, 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 yes. I will make them." And then like I pretty much kind of had to drive them because I couldn't necessarily assure the shipping cost. I was like, "Oh, full tank of gas because they were to Austin. A full tank of gas to Austin, I can get on one tank. It was like 30-40 bucks." So I just ended up like personally driving them to her, and then I ended up like doing like some other gigs and shit. But I just, it was just so stressful because I was like, oh my god, I have to like make like 40 and stuff, and I probably could have figured out a way to outsource them, but at the same time, I like that I took the time to make them on my own, you know.
Yeah, I love that too. You're sitting on a gold mine there. I feel, especially with women. I even want to buy one. I want to buy one just for the memorabilia.
I'll make you one. I'll make you one.
Yeah,
I'll make you one. They're
but
fun.
I want
Here.
mine to be a potato.
If I did nothing else, I'll make you a peach.
All right, bet that'll be good.
Yeah.
The reason I said potato is because I also have a dick joke, right? Like I'm talking about how I don't like eating vegetables because most vegetables look like dicks, right? And I'm not about that toxic masculinity. And I talk about that how I can't pick out a cucumber like I can do a tomato, right? Because a tomato I can pick up, I can smell, I can analyze it, give it a little squeeze, a kiss, mwah, you're coming home with me, right? I can't do that shit with a cucumber, right? I can't pick up a cucumber, look at it, smell it, give it a little kiss, mwah, you're coming home with me. I can't do that. It's not the same thing, right? And then after that, I'm like, because a cucumber looks like a dick, right? Not my dick, for sure it doesn't. For my dick, you got to go to like the potato section.
Okay. I will make you a potato because that story was so compelling. You know what's funny? Okay, so what's so funny? I was at the Whole Foods the other day. Not bragging. This is when life was good. And I was at Whole Foods, not bragging, but I was in the vegetable section and I like overheard this chick, this older woman actually. I overheard this older woman refer to an English cucumber as a home wrecker, and I just died. I was like, I want to be friends with this lady. I want to be friends with this lady. Like that was the funniest thing that I've heard. We laughed and
What's
I
an
high-fived.
English cucumber?
It's like a regular cucumber, but she just referred it as a home wrecker.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, what a dirty, naughty, sexy lady.
Yeah. 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 I was like, man, I can't tell if I'm hungry or horny right now. Maybe we're both.
Is that all, ma'am? No. Those two home wreckers too, please. No, those are with me. Go ahead.
Those are with me. Yeah. You know what's funny? So okay. So you do see a lot of people panicking, buying all the toilet paper, all the Lysol sanitizing wipes, and then you saw like a lot of like the dry goods, just everything being sold out and stuff.
They took all the hamburger helper, Anna.
See, here's the thing. So as long as everybody remains in production, distribution is still, pretty solid. Grocery stores are still being restocked every day. I think the initial reaction was that everybody started panicking. So they just bought, like, there was so many people buying in mass quantities that they typically don't buy in, So I think that was the first problem. I think it's like, it's not, it's obviously bad, but I think we were panicking for no reason.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they're doing it over there where you're at, but here now they have like policing. It's like, okay, you can only take. They literally had like a police wait right there in the toilet paper and be like, just one, you motherfucker. I'm watching you. No, just one. Yeah. Are they doing that over there?
Yeah, they are. It's funny. So I'm like working on this new bit. How like I'm just gonna become like a grocery store promoter. I was like, oh, I could give you VIP access to the express pickup lane. 65 and up, free before 7 a.m.
The only thing that worries me about coming back and to once all these things goes on and getting on stage, the constant the avalanche of coronavirus jokes. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be brutal. And I mean, I'll say it myself. Of course, it's because it's topical. It's very topical, and we make fun of tragedies most of the time. You know what I mean? I was seeing. I don't know if you've seen the graph of like they go day by day, right? And then the country's flags are like going like this about the causes, the cases, and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, this is like the sad Olympics. You know what I mean? You're seeing your country just go like, yeah, oh no, it's bad. That's bad. We shouldn't beat Italy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, like you said, it's like Italy. We obviously have way more people than Italy and stuff, and I think that it took a little longer so the Donald Trump fired, and I don't mean to get political, but Donald Trump fired a lot Donald Trump fired a lot of important people in January. There's a whole list of it. So we weren't able. We just didn't take it as serious as we needed to, because I think, especially with like the people that that he's like working with and stuff, he needs to like sit side by side with like scientists, economists and stuff, and they need to fucking figure something out together as opposed to just winging it. I feel like this motherfucker is taking like a final test that he did not study for, and he's just trying out random ass shit because we have the resources to pay for all these things, but we're not we're not producing enough things like face masks and stuff. There's only so many machines that they have. I even see like a lot of people that are like 3D printing stuff now. That's just to help out, Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't want to get off.
No, I get what you're saying. And he's trying to direct the funds into something else. Like right now, he's trying to stimulate the economy by sending people checks and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you put that money into trying to get a vaccine? You know what I mean? Or why wouldn't you put that money into try to maybe police some the largest cities to have a full quarantine for at least 3 days or something? Like, put that money in how to stop this fucking thing before, don't worry about the economy right now. Let's try to stay alive first, and then let's see what happens after that.
Well, I think that the reason why he is trying to stimulate the economy is because, like, once people start feeling broke, that's whenever you get the looting and the riots and stuff. So, I mean, national dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's the National Guard is present here in Dallas. I've seen tanks. There's tanks here. There's military tanks. Why the F do we need military tanks in Dallas? But it's because they're just trying to prepare for whatever hysteria is about to happen, and if it doesn't happen, yeah. That's when I started freaking out. That's when I started to get scared, because I was just like, holy shit! Like, it's very apparent. There's military helicopters flying in and whatnot. So, por eso compré la pistola.
Did you tell your mom you bought a pistol?
Oh yeah, she was so mad. She's like, "Pero por qué ocupas una pistola?" And I was like, "Ma, oh, no."
¿Eres la reina del sur?
No, soy la reina del Medio Oeste.
Oh man, so military presence is already there. I don't think we've reached that yet. But then again, today I think we just went up to 6.
6 cases in
confirmed. 6 confirmed.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I think I tweeted about this earlier this week, or I tweeted about this in the weekend. I was like, because I still see these people partying on my social media, like I'll watch people's like Instagram stories and stuff. I'm like, there are more than 10 people at that gathering, dude. Like, I'm about to start snitching, because y'all need to stay y'all's nasty asses at home.
They don't understand, I don't understand why people aren't taking it serious. Like, that's all it is. Like, they're not taking it serious at all. They're being selfish. They're not thinking about the people around them. They're thinking, if I get it, I'll probably pull out. I'll recover. There's 97,000 that are recovered right now, whatever. But it's not really that. Like, the point is the people around you that you can affect. Like, that's the shitty part about it. Anyone can be like, even at first I was like that too. I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? If I survive it, yeah. But I was like, oh, but wait, I go visit my dad almost every fucking day. I take stuff to my mom when she needs, especially at this time. My uncle that lives with my mom, he's in an oxygen tank. Like, I will put all these fucking people at risk if I go out and party and stuff like that, which I'm not partying, but they're putting me to work, which sucks, but I'm taking all the precautions as well. You know what I mean? And it's intense. I hope this subsides very, very soon, because I don't like it.
Nobody likes it. That's why we all need to stay home. So people watching this, just fucking stay home.
Just fucking
dude, the amount of people that I've been swerving to, because I'm just, like even like a guy that I like, he's like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm like, no. Or like, hey, do you even like want to like do this like short activity? And I'm like, who have you been hanging out with? How many people have you interacted with within like this past week? And I was like, sorry, buddy, but I rather
get away from me.
Yeah, no, I rather just be alone, dude. At this point, I see a lot of people like panicking, like, oh, I want like, I need human interaction. I'm like, girl, chill. No, FaceTime with friends. So there's a lot of preventative measures. I'll tell you how I've been dealing with it and how I took an initial approach. So I already told you about how I approached my finances. Freezing my accounts, only using credit, as opposed to debit, and then the LLC thing. That's a unique approach to it, but it works for me. Second of all, health-wise, like I said, I've been doing like the social distancing thing. I have them here. Even because we're all gonna get it. If
you think so?
Maybe. I mean, with my roommate still going to work and stuff, and unless I find like a place, I've been looking at like places to like sublease to just kind of get away from her while she's still going to work. And it's nothing personal. It's just I wanted precautions. But I bought kidney supports because that's what the virus attacks is kidneys and lungs. So I bought kidney and lung support. They're just vitamins, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then immune system support. So it's funny because like every day I'm like just like candy. I'm like throwing them to her. I'm like, here, take your vitamins and stuff.
That's good. No, that's good. I'm actually taking vitamins too. Ever since I started taking it serious. Well, even a little bit before that, I was like, you know what, I should probably just take vitamins. I don't need a lot of vegetables, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And I also I'm going on 2 weeks without drinking as well.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, because it weakens your immune system.
Yeah. So I'm just taking it, and I'm not outperforming or anything. So there's no real reason for me to drink if I'm not going to the bar, if I'm not going to do comedy or stuff like that. So it's like, why am I gonna just drink at home and be like, yeah, like it's not fun to me. It's just not fun to me. Yeah, I smoke weed, but I mean I know I shouldn't be smoking right now because it's a lung thing. But I mean, it's at least they're not cigarettes. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I'm still enjoying and whatnot, but so I guess it's like counterproductive with like all the vitamins and whatnot, but still I'm trying to take my precautions. Okay, so another thing that I'm worried about is people's mental health. I see a lot of people not necessarily handling the social distancing well, and my approach to that. So at the beginning of this thing, I created a list of goals that I wanted to achieve, with this isolation. So I did like long term and short term, which would probably range anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, maybe 2 months. So I made a just like list of like projects and stuff that I wanted to work on. So like I think what has really helped me is that like every day I wake up, no matter what time, as soon as I wake up, I try to like write out a list of tasks that I want to do that day. And it's like mundane things like today, like I woke up and I was like, all right, I want to make I want to make lunch and dinner for today, and then I want to make lunch for tomorrow. So I put that on my list. I was like, I want to whiten my teeth today. So I did that on my list. And then, I added ours to our list. And then I added, but I've just been wanting to read all these books and stuff. So it's just like, I think lists have definitely helped me because it gives me like a sense of accomplishment every time I do like whatever task. So it's not like I'm just like wasting my days. Though, and then also I'm also like picking, days in the week that I'm just gonna go ham, like just I've got plenty of liquor, but I'm just gonna like have a glass. Like yesterday, I was like, all right, I use all of the ingredients, or I use my leftover ingredients that I had from like the week that I've been using to like cook with, and I was like, I'm gonna make myself a bomb ass brunch. So I made myself like a bomb ass brunch, and I made like
this, I saw really, that.
Yeah, I made like this like really tasty like Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary mix, and then I fucking just drank Bloody Marys all day, and I had a great time solita, just watching TV.
The food you make is so fucking impressive.
Oh, thanks.
No, it really is. Like it not only looks delicious, but it's so like it looks like it could be like in a commercial and shit like that. Yeah, you really go all out. You put garnishes, you put the toast in a certain angle. You know what I mean? It's just great. Like you want it to be pretty before you eat it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think part of me too, because obviously I have the time to do it now, but it's just because I love going out to eat, and trying different restaurants and whatnot. So it's just like my way to like kind of like keep my little reward, like in a regular scenario, like I'll probably go and treat myself to like a nice meal like once a month, after like a lot of work and whatnot. So I guess this is just like my way to kind of like maintain my regular life and just adapting to, I guess, these new rules. And just this is life now, man. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to all be shitty.
I see your things. Like I see your food. I'm like, fuck. And I turn this way, and I'm like, I'm just making a fried bologna sandwich. Like this is horrible. Like
It's not
our
horrible. I'm
lives
not
are
saying about that.
our lives are different. No, I actually like I like fried bologna sandwiches. Like I don't eat them a lot, but since we were on this quarantine, I was like, you know what? I haven't eaten a fried bologna sandwich since I was maybe I don't know 15 or something, and younger than that. And that's some shit that my mom used to make it, so I made some. They don't taste the same. They don't taste like I thought they would taste. Maybe because my mom's not doing them.
Probably. Yeah, nothing like
Yeah.
umami. Yeah. And then I'm still trying. So I think I'm gonna approach this too. Like I'm trying to buy like fresh foods and fresh ingredients once a week. Like
Mm.
I'll come home and like I'll disinfect them and stuff. But that was like some of all the junk food, all the frozen food, all the canned goods, and like beans and stuff. They're all gone. Especially if you go like later in the day. The grocery store doesn't really keep them on stock, but like all the vegetables and stuff, they're still there. I just come home and just sanitize the fuck out of them. How do I have tengo gotitas, like little droplets and stuff?
Of what?
That helps. Just it's a gotita I actually got from Mexico, but it just disinfects vegetables and fruits.
Really? That I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. So, okay. So being from Mexico and stuff, I was like super close to like all the production farms, and my grandma just got me in the habit of this. Porque a veces like just because they pick them and they get like rinsed and stuff, whatever, doesn't mean like that like somebody didn't take a shit in the field, you know.
Yeah.
So you're just
Gotitas. And is that what it's called? They're called gotitas?
no, that's not what they're called. It's a little Spanish little thing, but I just got them from Mexico. I'm sure there's vegetable disinfectants. Like I can look one up for you.
Wow,
But,
I've been doing vegetables wrong.
no, I mean that's like I said. I'm just being hella paranoid.
I usually just watch. I usually watch. I usually just wash the vegetables, and then
Me
that's
too.
it.
Yeah, vegetable disinfection. There's ball fruit fresh produce protector. Eco fruit and vegetable wash. That's spray. There's so many
Oh
things.
wow.
Yeah, there's so many things out there.
Huh.
Do
So
whatever you want.
do you have a mask? Do you have a mask, or do you have a hand sanitizer? Do you have Lysol?
Hand sanitizer, Lysol. I don't.
Nice.
I don't have hand sanitizer. But I have a lot of.
Who's your Lysol Connect?
My Lysol Connect. I I have a really good friend that was like, "Hey, I buy in bulk. Do you need a bunch of things?" And I was like, "Yes, I'll take them." So I just got lucky.
Yeah, I still hand sanitizers from work.
I won't let them know.
I think they know, but right now they just really need me. See what I mean? I'm putting on the hand sanitizers. I didn't have to do it. I did not have to do that. Jesus, this is so annoying.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I mean, and I think you're handling this pretty well. I think what you're doing with the whole list is just very good mentally. You know what I mean? Because right now it's a time to be one with your mental health, because especially if you're someone who already suffers from something, either be depression, anxiety, panic attacks. Like you have to do something to redirect your brain, and I think you're doing a great job. I don't want to do lists, because I think for me the process would be like, don't get coronavirus. 2, don't die. 3, don't go to your dad's house. You might have coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like, I think list won't work for me, because I already I already give myself so much pressure in regular life that I think a list would just be like, I need to do this now. And I'm the kind of person that once I set my mind to do something, I get obsessive over it and I start doing it obsessively. So I think lists won't work for me. But I'm super happy that they're working for you. I I do worry a little bit about you living with your friend, that they're making her work. and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do?
It's
And
yeah.
you said it yourself. I had the mentality too that like, oh, we're all gonna get it eventually. Even my dad said that, and I was like, you think so though? Like, I mean, I don't think everyone in the United States is gonna get it. I think there's gonna be some of us that won't. But I feel like the people that do and recover from it, I feel like they'll be a little bit more immune to it.
Well, okay. So another thing that I researched was the bacteria life on certain surfaces.
Surfaces,
So
yeah, I have that too.
so on cardboard box, the coronavirus bacteria, I think it can last up to 4 hours. On
Mm-hmm.
4 to 8 hours. Metal, it's different, and so there's plastics. Obviously, it's different and stuff. So I did all the research on that.
For
Um,
pennies, 2 pennies, it's like 3 hours or something like that.
yeah. So I'm not using cash either. And then like the stores have been so awesome just like handling everything, especially like near my area. I live like in a decent area of Dallas, so
Mm-hmm.
I like the way everybody's handling everything. Like they're disinfecting like the credit card thing every time somebody uses it. Like I have, I just take extra precaution, just pumping gas, opening doors and whatnot. Man, dude, most of my neighbors are old and I love them. Like one of my neighbors today, she brought me a key lime pie, and I was like, hey, insert name. I adore you, but I'm young and I don't know if I'm carrying the virus, and you're a little bit older, so leave it at my door. I have toilet paper if you need it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I love her so much. So it's just, I'm just trying to look out for everybody else too. And I even offered
Yeah,
to,
that's
because like I
sweet.
said, all my older like I'm like, dude, if you need to go to the grocery store or the pharmacy, please just stay inside. I'll go for you. You should go on walks and stuff, but don't expose yourself to all those other people. Let me expose myself to them. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
the chances are a lot lower for you.
yeah. I mean, I'm service
Survival rate, I
industry.
mean.
Yeah, I miss my job too. I work at the comedy club, Hyenas,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I miss going to work, and we'll see. It's a small business, so I don't even know how. I know that they're not. Um, they're definitely impacted, and it's not positive. So I hope once this thing is over, there'll just be some way that they can like remain in business, because I really care about that place. So I longboard through it, or because I can. There's this trail that I take, and then the trail that I take passes through it. I'm just like, oh, like I miss having to yell at people, being like two at a minimum,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
my
just
life.
imagine. I mean, I don't work in a comedy club, but to be a comic and work at a comedy club, like I can just
Hmm.
imagine how much you can miss it, how much worry it brings you, especially being like a local. It's a local comedy club, right? Like it's locally owned.
Locally owned. The owners love the owners. They put all that they have in this business. So we'll make it work. We'll come back strong and whatnot. So yeah, I definitely care for them in the business. So hopefully once this is over, we'll all be able to bounce back. And I feel like once this is over, people have been inside and everybody's gonna be so excited to, just be able
Yeah,
to go back to regular life. But for that to happen, stay your ass inside.
absolutely. Well, Anna, it was fucking fantastic talking to you, like always. You have so much insight. It looks like you're doing good. You're fucking killing it, even though we're not out there on the stage. You're killing it at what you're doing on your daily routine. You love old people, and that's super sweet. And you stay active and just keep doing that, because we have to protect Ana Buenrostro at all costs.
It's like that Rick and Morty show. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Oh, that episode where it's like, must protect Summer, I guess. Must protect him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Must
but I
protect
mean,
Anna.
I'm real. Like I said, I'm real happy that you're in some ways in high spirits, and just keep doing what you're doing, girl. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you for coming on Quarantine Comics.
Yes, quarantine comics. All right. Well, good talking to you too. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Don't hang up.